I'm Ariel Menendez with my bachelor's in psychology and minors in social work and creative writing.
Hello, I'm Josh Menendez, pursuing an IS degree, and I will be graduating in the spring of 2021.
Hello everyone,
Hi, I'm Micah.
and I'm Mark.
So this is Not Perfect.
Here we get to interview young couples who are just married and get to know more about their experience in marriage for the first few years. So let's get on with the video.
Stay tuned.
You want to take it away?
So we met in high school. Since we're both from the same area, we live like 10 minutes away from each other. But there's this thing called powder puff, and that's where the cheerleaders teach guys how to cheer. That we would dress up in skirts and whatever, and the girls would play football just for one game for homecoming. And Adi was a cheerleader, and I got to go and learn how to cheerlead from her. And I was like, oh wow, this girl's really good looking. I'm gonna go talk to her. And so I went and talked to her, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
Josh, when I first noticed him, I thought he was like one of the popular kids. You know, he had like all these friends, he was talking to all the other girls around, and I was like, okay, like whatever, he's just one of those guys. After practice, would just come and talk to me, and we would just eventually start hanging out and went to homecoming together.
Started dating, we were just trying to do everything together. Even though it was out of my way, 10 minutes to go pick her up from her house to go to school, whenever I could, I would try to do that. Eventually we both graduated, and I was going to a junior college and she was going to Loyola University in Chicago. I'd be driving up there a lot, and I got my mission call to go to Mexico City in December, and this was in July. And
2015.
of 2015. On a whim one day, I was like, hey, do you want to start reading the Book of Mormon together? You know, this book I have, and we just started reading. And in August, she decided to get baptized. And I went on my mission, and she decided that she wanted to transfer to Hawaii once she found out about the CES schools because of her baptism, the church education system. I came back home, and she came home to visit me. And so I stayed home and worked a little bit and took some online school from Hawaii when I came home, and we dated. And then we ended up getting married in August. Well, I came home in December, 10 months later in August. Of 2018.
And here we are a few years later.
One thing that attracted me to Ariel, aside from the obvious things, is her empathy. If they're sad, she feels sad. If they're happy, she shares that joy. And I love that trait about her. Even in high school, I was able to connect to her, and she was just a friend to me. I was able to talk to her about anything that I wanted, and I still can. She hasn't lost that trait. It's just a gift of hers. And she's taught me a lot, helped me progress through it.
Something that attracted me to Josh, he is very charming, of course. He's a very social bug. Complete opposite of me. I'm very introverted, but he is just so friendly and is able to connect with so many people. He'll accept anyone, like no matter who they are, and will just love them, embrace them, and will just want like the best for them. And I love that. One thing that I feel blessed since marrying Josh, he tends to keep me very grounded. Like, I tend to get super stressed and anxious very quickly, even over like super minor things. He has a way of being able to put things into perspective for me and help calm me down, and he'll just like talk it out with me, even if I kind of like shut him out. He'll just talk through it and be so patient with me, and I feel like I didn't really have someone like that while I was growing up. And so I'm so appreciative of that.
just piggybacking off of what I said earlier about her helping me be more empathetic. Marriage has just helped me in all those social skills. Being able to feel for other people, I've gained from Adi. And aside from that, for example, I wasn't a great writer. Meeting Adi, who was a good creative writer, encouraged me to not look like an idiot and go and study. I wouldn't be able to achieve these talents without her sharing them with me.
Cool. Is communication. Learn how to communicate with each other. When we were first married, that was definitely one of like the challenges that we had to overcome. As I said before, I'm like very introverted, and you know, when I'm feeling sad or upset about something, I'd rather just like keep it all bottled up inside of me. Josh was like, no, like we need to talk about it, but I would just kind of like push him away and just try and, you know, not deal with it. But you know, we've taken the steps and our communication has definitely gotten a lot better, and we're to the point now where something's like an issue, whether it be big or small, we just stop whatever we're doing at that moment and just talk it out, find a solution right then and there, and then we can just move on, and we're not as stressed, we're just happy. So definitely learn how to communicate.
Many people will tell you many different things on how to improve your marriage and what to do. I'm sure everyone has heard this, don't go to bed angry. You know, everybody says that. But what does that even mean, like with you and your wife? You need to communicate and find out how you guys are not going to go to bed angry. Some type of system that you guys can turn to. Otherwise, it's very easy to fall into. But that communication part is very, very important.
Okay, that's it.
Sweet.